know today I am in a t-shirt and my hair is in a braid. I am very casual right now. That's because it's 80-90 degrees in New York right now and I have to use an AC unit to get air conditioning, and I have to have it off for the video, and so it gets so hot. Also, I don't know, I don't really... Anyways, today's video is going to be talking about Glossier products and rating them from best to worst. On my channel, I do a lot of Glossier reviews. That's because I'm a huge fan of the brand and also because I actually used to work for Glossier. So I was a showroom editor at Glossier. I loved that job. I actually made a video about what it's like to work at Glossier, so definitely check that out. I've connected with so many of you guys on that because a lot of people have wanted to work at Glossier. Obviously right now the circumstances are different, but yeah, check that out if you're interested in that. But because of that, I do have a little bit more, I guess, sort of knowledge into Glossier than a typical consumer would, just because I did work there. And I was actually there during a lot of the launches of these products. So Glossier treats their employees really well, and they actually give you, when you start, they just like give you big bags of every single product. It's like, I don't know, it's like Christmas when they give you just like all the products after you've done training, because they actually really want their employees to use the products themselves, get to know them, because the whole thing about being in the showroom is about sharing stories with each other. And I think a lot of it is kind of like the traditional like way of beauty is you walk into a department store and it's a little bit stuffy, and the department store beauty counters, they're really trying to sell you, and they're also being very presumptive and very kind of, oh, this isn't a good color on you, or oh, this is your color, or something, as if they know any better than you do. And I feel like Glossier was kind of trying to take that out of it and just kind of have it be a one-on-one story, kind of a lot of just like what we do here on YouTube. Making beauty videos is, a lot of it is just sharing our stories and our opinion on the products. And that's what I loved about working in the showroom so much, was just meeting other girls who, and guys, just meeting other people who were just so into the products, and we got to like fangirl over them together, and also just talk about how we used them. Like, I remember I walked into the store and I was like, hey, what's your favorite product? Before I worked there, I asked one of the girls like, hey, what's your favorite product? Like, what should I get? And she's like, you know what? I love the Super Pure Serum and the Mega Greens Galaxy Pack face mask, because when I have my period and my skin is going crazy, hormonal acne or whatever, those two products save me. And I was like, wow, like the fact that she told the story, it kind of like made sense, and it kind of puts the products into context of how you would use them. And so that's what I love about this brand. But in a lot of my videos, I feel like I've given very, very glowing recommendations of Glossier products, and that is because I am a fan. First of all, I own every single Glossier product that they've ever made. 99% of the skincare that I use on a daily basis is Glossier, and a lot of the makeup that I use on a regular day is also Glossier. So yeah, I'm really using them a lot in my regular everyday life. Like I said, a lot of the reviews I have been very good because I truly do just love using them. But I have been using them for at least 3 years now, and I can say that I can honestly separate my products out into like the products that I think that are worth it and the products that are not worth it. And I think that this is important if you're someone who is getting into Glossier or hasn't used Glossier before and you want to get into Glossier and you want to know, okay, what should I buy first and what should I not buy? Or if you're already just a Glossier fan and you're just curious, like, yeah, should I, maybe you haven't tried this one specific product yet and you're like, yeah, should I try this one or not? Of course, this is just going to be my opinion. Opinions really vary. Also, I think a big thing about Glossier and some of the more negative reviews is just because I think Glossier is almost, I don't want to say a category of its own, but it is a very different, very specific sort of category, which is that a lot of, I think, beauty gurus on YouTube are more, you know, full coverage makeup and just really into beauty, and beauty being its whole art with eyeshadows and blending and everything, and I love that. And I think that that's beautiful in its own sort of bubble. And if someone who uses makeup in that way then uses Glossier, they're probably might be disappointed because Glossier is very light coverage. A lot of what their products, say take their foundation for example, is super light coverage because they actually want you to, like, if you have freckles, they don't want to cover them. If you have any imperfections, it's not about covering you up. It's about, I think that there's just this subset, or actually like a lot of women who don't want to cover themselves up completely on a day-to-day basis. We just want natural little things that work, that maybe enhance the features that we already have. So yes, that's what Glossier is, and I'm going to give you the the nitty-gritty, my honest opinion on what's worth it and what's not. Product that I would say is absolutely worth it is the Stretch Concealer. It looks like this, and you know, it's just whatever your shade is on the inside. This is a creamy concealer, so this will give you beautiful glowy skin. I think that this is the perfect in between of full coverage and light coverage. It's a lighter coverage like all of their products are, but it does have enough coverage to cover up spots if you want to. So I actually don't use foundation. I don't think that foundation looks good on me, and I just don't like covering myself up completely. So instead what I do is I actually use this concealer just on the spots that I need, and then I'll actually use a stippling brush and I will just dip it straight into the concealer like this, and then go over some areas where I think I need a little bit more coverage, and this will give you that glowy, beautiful skin. This is the Glossier glow in a little tub, in a pot. If you want a truly all over, just natural looking glow all over your face as a base, Glossier Stretch Concealer. I think where people get a little bit skeptic on this is when they try to go under their eyes with it, and that's when they're like, I don't know if I like it or not, because that's where the reviews get trickier, because obviously when you're putting a product like that under your eyes, it's going to crease. It's really hard to find a concealer that doesn't crease. And also because it's not crazy high coverage, if you have like really dark under eye circles, then you probably want something that's a little bit more high coverage. So then in that case, I wouldn't use this if you just want to put it under your eyes. I don't put concealer or foundation under my eyes at all. So basically what I'm trying to say here is if you're using it for spots and all over your face, it'll give you a great glow. If you're just putting it under your eyes, you might like something else better. Next product I would say is totally worth it and I love using is the Night Shine. So this is actually from the Glossier Play line, and of course that launch didn't really, I think, go as to how they were hoping, but some of the products I did like. This was really the only one, but yeah, so this is Night Shine, and I love this because this is a more concentrated highlighter. It reminds me very much of Benefit High Beam, which back in the day when I first started wearing makeup when I was maybe 14, 15, High Beam was my go-to, and I loved it because it's a pinky pearly glow. That is the same exact thing with this one. So I have the color Pale Pearl, and I love this because it is a doe foot applicator, so it's really, really easy to apply, versus the High Beam, which is almost like a nail polish applicator, so it's a little bit different. If you love a highlighter that is a creamy consistency and not a powder, and you love blending it in, getting that natural glow, then you would love this. If you want something that's crazy super highlighter, then maybe not, but this will give you more of a highlight than the Halo Scope, for example. The next Glossier product I would say is absolutely worth it is the Glossier Bubble Wrap, and this is an eye and lip plumping cream. I think the best way to use it as an eye cream at night. So before you use your moisturizer, put on an eye cream. This Glossier Bubble Wrap is an amazing one. The ingredients are hyaluronic acid, it has avocado oil and some protein, so it's highly concentrated in hyaluronic acid, so that's really, really good for under your eyes in terms of preventing aging. I've used a lot of other eye creams and none of them really feel as great as this one, and I know that feeling good is more of a marketing thing. That's how they sell it to you, but truly, I mean, I felt like I started to get like, you know, little bit of wrinkles on my eyes, and then I started to use this and it just kind of like, I feel like it's preventing me from getting them. It actually and I've heard from multiple other critics that this actually is a really good Glossier product. And also, if you wanted to use this under makeup, it is a great base for under your eye concealer like we were talking about, because the second ingredient is this, after water, is glycerin, which is amazing, like kind of like sticky tacky sort of under makeup base. So with or without makeup, this is a great eye cream. Next thing are the cloud paints, and I freaking love these. Okay, the cloud paint in Puff I think is my favorite Glossier product. So these are blush, of course, and they come in 4 different shades. I don't have the 4th one right here. I think it's up in my closet, but the main one that I use is Puff, which is like a nice little pink. They also have Dusk, Storm, and Haze. So these are really great. I think that a lot of people's concern with these are just the fact that I keep throwing them everywhere. I think a lot of people's concern with these is the fact that they don't know how to use them, as in, you know, they're worried about blending them out with their fingers. They think that a powder is a lot easier, which I totally get. Using a powder is easier, but I have to argue that if you can finger paint, you can cloud paint. It is that easy. So you really just need less than a pea-sized amount, put it on your finger and just dab it into your cheeks. And this has a subtle kind of glow in it that just makes your cheeks look very subtle and supple, supple, healthy, and glowy. And you can mix them as well. So say I think a really cute combination is mixing Puff and Dusk. I think that's also a really popular combination. Storm is a really pretty color as well. And then Haze is also. So Glossier You is worth it, I think, for a couple of reasons. One, the way that they made this is as high a quality as like really nice perfumes. This is technically an eau de parfum. It's different than a perfume. I forget the reason why, but it's just made in a nicer way. And they only charge $60, which I know $60 is a lot, but for a nice perfume, like in the level of the one that they made this one, you know, just like the potency of the scents and everything, and like where they source them from, is the same level as a really nice perfume, which could be like $200 and above. So they're offering you that same quality, but only at $60. The other reason why I think that it's worth it is because I know that perfumes can be a little bit give or take, yes or no, win or lose, but this one smells a little bit different on everyone, because the whole point is that it is called Glossier You, meaning it's going to smell a little bit different on you than it does everyone else. And that's because the top note is basically, it kind of pulls from your natural oils and your own natural scent. It's going to smell like your own personal scent basically, and it's a little bit musky. It's not too, you know, floral or anything. It kind of, I guess the way that Emily Weiss, the founder of Glossier, described it is almost kind of when you're wearing like a cozy turtleneck sweater and you're just, I don't know, it's just like a warm kind of cozy feeling, and I love this all year long. Same with the You Solid. I think that they actually stopped making these as well, which is sad, but yeah, so they did make a solid perfume, which I think is great. I loved the fact that it was this like heavy sort of packaging. It just made it feel really special. I'm sure it's not very eco-friendly, but it did just feel like a very nice sort of personal product. It has that like fingerprint in there, and you just kind of slide it open, you know, rub your finger in it and sort of apply it to the pulse points, so your neck, anywhere that you know, like your elbows, your wrist, the backs of your knees, anywhere that you sort of like your pulse points are. The reason I think that this is worth it is because of the fact that it lasts very long. I wore this one time on a bus for 8 hours, like an 8-hour bus ride. When I got off the bus, the person that came to meet me was like, "Oh, you smell good." I was like, "Really?" Because I've been sitting on a bus for 8 hours, but I was actually wearing this. And I love that you can just throw it in your purse and just kind of take it out whenever you feel like you need a little refresher. And And yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that they discontinued this, but if they still did have it, I do think that this one is worth it. The Body Hero Daily Oil Wash is also definitely worth it because this is going to be a body wash that I trust not to strip my skin in the shower. Also, it is pH balanced, so you don't need to worry about that. Yeah, it doesn't strip your skin because it's oil based. So yeah, we don't even realize how bad other body washes are in that they're not really taking care of your skin and they're a little bit harsh. But this one moisturizes your skin and leaves it feeling very soft. It's not oily in that you come out and you feel like you have oil on you. It's just a good body wash. It doesn't lather, so I feel like that's also a sign. It doesn't lather. You wouldn't use this on a loofah or anything. You literally just apply it to your hands, rub it in, and then in the shower just kind of, you know, wash your body with it. But yeah, this one is worth it. Let's talk about moisturizers. Glossier has two of them, the Priming Moisturizer Rich and then just the regular Priming Moisturizer. These are both great. I think that they are used in two different situations. Priming Moisturizer Rich is a rich, luxurious moisturizer. The reason that they made this is because everyone, they think, should have a nice moisturizer or rich cream as part of their skincare routine. Yeah, everyone should just have like a nice sort of really nice ingredients that they use in their skincare. The downside to this is that it is fragranced, you know, with some essential oils and things, but I don't know. I think that I like using this at night. It does have almost like a, maybe it's eucalyptus or lavender, just something that kind of gives you a nice, like, okay, it's bedtime sort of feel about it. And I love putting on the richer ingredients at night because then when you're sleeping, they sort of soak into your skin. In the winter time, I use this morning and night, and I know a lot of other girls do too. A priming moisturizer is just going to be lighter. If you're someone who is a teen or a preteen, don't use this on your face. It's going to be a little bit too heavy, but absolutely use this one. Yeah, this is just a regular moisturizer. There's no sunscreen in it. It's literally just meant to be your moisturizer. You can follow with sunscreen, but I think that the reason why they did that was because they kind of wanted to use it whenever, if you want to use it at nighttime. They want it like a moisturizer that you would still use at nighttime. If they put sunscreen in it, you wouldn't use it at nighttime because who needs sunscreen when they're going to bed? So it's just kind of an anytime sort of a moisturizer. And the reason why it's called priming moisturizer is because it is really great to put on under makeup. It has glycerin in it, so great for under makeup. But with all Glossier products, it's always skincare first, makeup second. So this is to prep your skin whether you want to wear makeup or not. They're going to give you a nice, beautiful glow. This, lately, the texture of this one has reminded me so much of the Embryolisse Slate Cream Concentrate, which is a French brand, and that's also a cult beauty product. I know a lot of like models always say that they use that cream, and to me, honestly, this one is, the formula has felt very close to that recently. So both of these are worth it, just for different reasons. Milky Jelly Cleanser. So right now I only have the mini version to show you because I've been using the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser, but I think that people's issue with this one is that it is fragranced, and it's advertised as a milky jelly cleanser where it's more jelly and not so much milky. But all in all, it takes off makeup wonderfully. Your makeup just melts off of your face. It does not strip your skin because it is that milky jelly consistency, so it doesn't leave your face feeling dry or tight. It just feels sort of good. It's like you cleaned it, but you didn't strip your skin, basically. So it's very gentle, great for sensitive skin, great for taking off makeup or not. So for that, I think that this is worth it. I really can't say much bad about it other than that it is fragranced. But all right, solution. This one I feel like is more controversial, and I don't really know why, but honestly, the reason why it is so great that I think that a lot of people maybe don't realize is because it has AHAs, BHAs, and PHAs in it, whereas a lot of other liquid exfoliants only have AHAs or only have BHAs or PHAs, versus this one has all three in it. So you're really getting a lot here in this product. it is a exfoliating skin perfector. So when you use this, it's basically sloughing off the dead skin cells and allowing for new skin cells to grow, almost like bringing you back to like a baby skin. And everyone does need to use an exfoliant because at some point you kind of do have to kind of this is like a bad analogy, but like dig a little bit deeper to get everything out. I don't know, sometimes there's like buildup of dirt and oil and just other things that you just need to take off your face in a way that cleanser doesn't. So everyone should use a facial exfoliator. However, you should not use one that has actual particles in it. The ones that have actual, like, you can feel them are horrible for your skin. They're basically like ripping your skin up. You can't see it because it's so microscopic, but they are so bad for your skin. So a liquid exfoliator is it doesn't have that. It's a liquid. So it just has these chemicals, which I know chemicals does sound scary, but I don't know. So it has salicylic acid and 10% AHA, BHA, and PHAs in it. One thing that I have heard people say is that they use this up quickly because it is a liquid. So and you do have to use it on a cotton pad with a pump, so you do go through it pretty quickly. Another downside I would say is maybe if people have like very sensitive skin, myself included, I do have very sensitive skin, so I only use this once a week, if that. The instructions are, yeah, I already use it like every day for 4 weeks plus, and then you'll see great results. But no, I just think that you can use it once a week. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you do, definitely use sunscreen the next day for sure, because your skin's going to be a lot more sensitive to the sun. I think that the water brush is worth it because it's just an all-around, it's sort of like a medium-sized kind of just general brush that I feel like you could use on any product. If I were to just throw a couple of makeup products in my purse just to have, and I could only bring one brush, I would bring this brush because I feel like you could use this on so many of your products. You could use it on blush, you could use it on bronzer. If you really needed to, you could squeeze it like this in half and go into your eye and do some, I know that that's crazy, but I mean you really can. You can use it for like a powder highlighter, just anything. I just love this brush. I think because it is very versatile, I think that it's worth it, and it's a nice bristles too. And it's cute, it's pink. The masks I do think are worth it because you get a lot of product in here. So they have the Mega Greens Galaxy Pack, which is going to be more detoxifying, more, you know, like getting out all of that dirt and oil and buildup, pollution, you know, sort of just detoxifying green mask. And then they have the Moon Mask, which is very hydrating. So people love putting this in their refrigerator and then putting it on really cool, which I think is great in the summer. It's just like a nice sort of cooling sort of mask, or in the wintertime if you just want a moisturizing mask. They will last so long. Like I said, just keep them in your fridge and use them whenever you need. I love that they made 2 of them because they're kind of the two main reasons you would mask your face, which is detoxifying and moisturizing. So you kind of have 2. You can buy them. They sell them together in a pack and you can save money. Yeah, I think that they're worth it. Balm.com's, this is not all of mine. A lot of them are missing, like mint, cherry. Yeah, where did my cherry go? I don't know. So mine are like hidden in all of my different purses and stuff, but the Balm.com's I do think are worth it. Yes, they are fragranced, but the product consistency and the ingredients are amazing. I put one on every single morning. This is not your like chapstick that you used to use when you were younger that you had to keep applying or else your lips would get dry. Since I have switched to using Balm.com in the morning and the Laneige lip sleeping mask at night, my lips have never gotten dry. Not in the winter, summer, fall, spring. They have not gotten dry for the last 2-3 years that I have been doing this combination. I have never had dry lips before. So I think that that tells you something about the ingredients. And I just think that they're fun because they have literally every single flavor. So there's like berry, coconut, rose, birthday, mango, cherry, original, mint. So they are just so fun. The mango one that they came out with recently has an amazing flavor. You just want to eat it up. Like, you just want it just smells like it would taste so fresh. My favorite one personally is the birthday balm. It smells like birthday cake and it has a little bit of glitter in it and I just think that it's fun. I just really like it, and also original is my favorite. And mint, it's hard to decide. But yeah, I love mint when I'm sick. I'll put like a little bit under my nose, and it just helps with, you know, that inflammation you get from blowing your nose and like the little redness. I'll just put a little bit of the mint and it feels cooling and nice. But yeah, I think that the Balm.coms are definitely worth it. Halo scopes. I think that the halo scopes are worth it if you want a nice, soft, glowy, natural look. So like I said in the beginning, if you go in knowing that this is going to be a natural look, then you will love these. So my favorite one is Moonstone because it's clear. I think that this looks lovely on any skin tone just because it is clear, so it just gives you that beautiful glow. So when you apply this lightly to your cheekbones, it just gives that sort of subtle, really natural, just healthy looking glow. And I think that this is a really great product for that specific purpose. If you want a really like crazy woo out there highlight, then you're not going to like these. The other colors are Quartz and then Topaz. So you have a little bit more pinky and then a little bit more bronzy one, which, you know, all of them are really beautiful. Yeah, I think especially if you're going to be spending time outside on like a hot summer day and you just want like a nice glow, but you don't want to like pack on your face with all this product, these are beautiful and light and just make you look like you were born with it. I don't know, it just makes you, they look natural. The Generation G lipsticks. So I know that people have a lot of issues with these. So I think the reason is because the old packaging, they used to break. So yeah, the lipstick would literally just, you'd open it and it would fall out, and it was not a great experience. They have since upgraded the packaging and now looks like this. So for comparison, this is before and after. So it's a little bit thicker, so you're getting more product. And it's slightly taller too, so, and they kept the price the same, so you definitely are getting more product because of that. So now it has a nice kind of silver tube and the product does not fall out. The reason why I think these are worth it is because I love how what they are good for is just adding color to your lips. And I think that they have one shade in every single color that everyone should kind of own, and you didn't even realize that you needed these colors. Like Cake, for example, is just, which is what I'm wearing now, it looks like your natural lip color but just like enhanced. I don't know, it's just beautiful. Same with Leo. I always see like models applying Leo and it just looks so nice on them. Crush is the one that I fell in love with first just because it's a little bit more of a, I want to say like brownish red, so it's kind of like that perfect lipstick color. Like is like that, but a little bit lighter pink but darker brown, if that makes any sense. So that's really beautiful. Jam, it doesn't look good on me, but it is just like it sounds like a jam, more like a darker shade, but very, very beautiful. And Zip is a red, that's like a red if you want red. So you have, you know, kind of all of the color families. And I like applying the Balm.com to get my lips moisturized, let that sit while I'm doing my makeup, and then the final step would be to apply one of these Generation G lipsticks just to give my lips color. So my lips are moisturized and then they have the color on them, which is perfect because that's what you want. That's what looks natural, is just like, I can't really describe it, but it's not like another lipstick where you're just kind of smearing very clearly like a lipstick color on your lips and it looks like lipstick. This just looks like your lips are healthy and moisturized, but they have a little bit of a pop of color in them. And the last Glossier product that I think is 100% worth it is the sweatshirt. And I can't tell you how much use I've gotten out of this, how many times I've worn it. It is just that perfect kind of sweatshirt. So they have a lot of glossy wear right now. So there's a pink sweatshirt, but it has a hood, so I don't really love hoodies anymore. They have flip-flops and some other things, but yeah, I think this is like the Glossier classic Glossier hoodie, sweatshirt. The reason why they made this was for their corporate employees at first, just so that everyone sort of had one, and then everyone was loving them so much, wondering where they got them, so they obviously had to make more of them. And yeah, I wear this on the plane. I wear this if I'm visiting somebody's house and I think maybe I'll get cold at night or something and I want to just have a sweatshirt that I'm going to throw on. I wear this in the winter. I wear this just like all the time. It's such a perfect kind of sweatshirt, and it's nice and fuzzy on the inside. It's light, it has no hood, it's gray, so it kind of just goes with anything. And yeah, classic, awesome Glossier product. These are going to be things that are in the middle, so I wouldn't like immediately go to rebuy them, but also I do still kind of like them, and I don't want to put them in the not worth it pile because they're kind of worth it, but it just depends. So the first thing is the lid stars, and I worked at Glossier when they released lid star, and it was very exciting. The only reason why I put them in this like sort of a list is because of the fact that they don't really show up very well. Like I feel like I put them on my eyes and then middle of the day I look in the mirror and it's just gone, like it's gone somehow. So I don't really love it for that reason. Also, it kind of feels like you can feel it on, like it dries and it just kind of like dries, and when you feel like you kind of have to when you feel like you like close your eyes or whatever, you can kind of feel it on your eyes, which I don't like, so that's why they're in the like not really worth it. I do love the fact though that they come in these tubes, that they are shiny, and that you just apply them sort of like this. I am so sick, I am so done with eyeshadow palettes, just like a powder. I don't know, I'm done with it. I wish that they could make these but just a little bit more potent, kind of like the Night Shine, and that they would actually last all day. So that's kind of my beef with them, but I do like them here and there, you know, if I'm going for a really light look, but they are very subtle, so yeah. Next thing I'm in the middle on are the serums. So we have Super Bounce, Super Glow, and Super Pure. Super Bounce is a hyaluronic acid serum, so it's very moisturizing. Super Glow is a vitamin C serum, which everyone should be getting vitamin C, part of their skincare. And then Super Pure is a niacinamide, so this is good for, you know, hormonal breakouts, if you've been eating a lot of French fries, or if you stayed up really late studying and you didn't get a lot of sleep, you know, and you just need to revitalize your skin. Super Pure is good for that. Okay. I love these serums. I use these serums on a daily basis, and yeah, I feel like you've got one for each of the three sort of situations that you should be using serums for, minus an oil. So I love them, but the reason why I put them in this category is because of the price. It's literally just the price, because these are $28 each, and you could get serums that are almost the exact same ingredients at The Ordinary that are only $6 for one serum. So because of the price, when we're talking about if they're worth it or not, maybe not. When I first started using these types of serums, I started on Glossier serums, so I'm kind of like tied to them now. But yeah, in terms of if they're worth it or not, I would say that you can get pretty much the same thing at The Ordinary and other places for less. The Body Hero Daily Perfecting Cream. This is basically a body lotion. I don't love this because I do feel like it leaves me feeling a little bit greasy after I use it. I don't love this scent, and it's not, oh, the scent. I just don't see anything special about it. I've used a lot of body lotions and I just don't feel like there's anything special about this. And the ingredients, I mean, nothing is in here that's like crazy that great for you, so for that reason it's in the middle. The Soothing Face Mist, yes, I know that this is the old packaging. I think that this is fine, but I just feel like there are so many rosewater sprays out there that you definitely don't need to get this one. I love it just because I feel like it is very cooling. I leave one of these in my desk, and just in the middle of the day at like 3 o'clock I just like spray myself, and it's just like, It's very, very refreshing and cooling, especially on a hot day like this. But like I said, it's not necessary because there are so many other rosewater sprays on the market. But I don't know, it's fine. I'm wishy-washy about it, so I put it in the middle. Next on my in the middle list is the Boy Brow, and this is the #1 top Glossier best-selling product is their Boy Brow, and that's why I put it in the middle, is because so many people like it. It is just, it's very subtle. It gives a very natural brow look in a world where there are so many crazy, you know, crazy brows going right now. This one, it just kind of enhances what you already have. It's subtle, but it gives a little bit of a nice shape to your face. So for that reason, I think that it is a good product. People love it. The reason why it's not on the worth it list is because for me, I don't do anything to my brows. I do not touch my brows. I don't wax them, pluck them, put makeup on them. I just leave my brows completely alone. I've tried doing all of that, and to be honest, I think that it always ends up looking worse, and I embrace my natural brows. So for me, I don't need a brow product, but because this is the #1 Glossier selling product, that's why it's on the middle list. Pro tip, I think, is great. If you like liquid eyeliners, then you will like this. The reason why it's in the middle is because I don't think that it's anything spectacular out of any of the other liquid eyeliners that I've tried before. It's really just, yeah, it's not like you can apply it any easier. I don't think that they did anything really innovative or different here. It's just kind of the same sort of liquid eyeliner, which is why it's in the middle. Lash Slick, their mascara. It's just so light, and I know that that goes along completely with the Glossier sort of mantra. And I was working at Glossier when they released this, and there was sort of, I remember they had like this sort of chart, and it was like there was a gap in the market in a natural looking mascara. The reason why I do like this and think that it is great is because it comes off so easily. It does not give you raccoon eyes when you're taking off your mascara and washing your face at the end of the night. It is so nice to take off, and I've been going to this on a day-to-day basis since I've been working from home. I'm just on Zoom calls, I'm not really in person. It's a light sort of easy mascara, so when I want to feel like I have a mascara on but I want it to be easy to take off, I think that this is a great mascara for that. However, if you want like nice big beautiful lashes, you're not going to get that with this. So it's just about sort of what you want to use it for, and I feel like I couldn't rely just on this mascara, you know, because my eyelashes are short and they point down, so I need like a really good mascara to like bring them back up so that they are visible. So for that reason, it's not always my go-to mascara, but for the days that I want to be a little bit more like I do like it. And great for bottom lashes too. Then we have the lip glosses. So there are 3 here. So there's the original one, and then they made a red one and one that is a little bit glittery. I love, as far as lip glosses go, these are nice. Actually, they make your lips look amazing when you have it on. They look so like beautiful and subtle and glowy. It's just the fact that they are so sticky. Like, you could not go out on a windy day with this, and I feel like that's just lip gloss in general. But yeah, because of that reason, I'm like, it's not worth it. But if you know that about lip gloss and you accept that, then these are good lip glosses. Products that are not worth it. Dun dun dun. The first one is Invisible Shield, and I feel so bad putting this on this list because I did love this when it first came out, but when it first came out, it was $35 for 1 fluid ounce. They then lowered the price to $25, so that's a little bit more worth it, but still $25 for 1 ounce. It's SPF 35, so it's not 50. It's not 30 or 15, it's in the middle. It's fine. And the main sort of thing when they released this product was the fact that it is a clear sunscreen. So when it comes out, I'm actually out of this, but when it comes out and you apply it to your face, it does not leave a white cast, which is really important, especially for darker skin tones. Is in the past, a lot of the sunscreens that were made, like I think all of them, always gave a white cast, and they just never made a sunscreen that was actually clear and didn't do that for darker skin tones. So I think that's one thing that made it great. But there are now a lot of other sunscreens that do that on the market that are a higher SPF, that cost less, and that are also chemical free. So that's one other thing that this is on the not worth it list, is because of the fact that it does have chemicals in it, so it's bad for coral reefs. If you were to wear this swimming in the ocean or anything else, it's just not good for the environment. So just given all of those reasons, I think that there are other facial sunscreens that you can go with. Zit Stick. So this product actually sparked this video because actually somebody commented on one of my old videos saying, do you like Zit Stick? And I was like, actually, maybe I like had a whole conversation with her, and I was like, actually, I feel like I should do a whole video on like what's worth it and what's not from Glossier, because I told her that I think it's not worth it. First of all, it runs out quickly. There is not a lot of product in here, and it just doesn't do anything. I don't know. I've applied this to zits. The zits don't go away, so therefore I don't think it really works. But then again, I don't think that anyone has come out with a magical zit stick. There is really no magical zit zapper away. Zits are just a part of life. And if somebody did make a zit stick that actually worked, I think that everyone would know about it. So yeah, just because of the fact that I don't really think that this helps, not worth it. Next product that is not worth it is the hand cream. $18 for a tiny hand cream that smells bad. Like, I'm sorry, just no. I made an entire video on this and the reasons why I think that the hand cream is worth it or not worth it, so go watch that. But all in all, hand cream, not worth it. Perfecting Skin Tint. So this is Glossier's version of foundation. It does nothing. It covers absolutely nothing. It's like water. It's like a slightly tinted water. It does not cover acne. It doesn't cover anything. And the reason why they wanted to do this was, like I said before, was that they don't want to cover up anything that is natural to you. So they don't want to cover up your freckles if you have them. They don't want to cover up a mole or anything else that you love about your skin. So that's sort of why they made something very light. However, I just don't really see the point. It evens your skin tone a little bit. It's a little bit evening of your skin tone, but for like a second, and then it goes away. I don't really see the point. Sky Wash, I don't think is worth it. It is a matte liquid eyeshadow, and I just felt like when I applied these and I blended them in, it was the same thing with Lid Star, is that it just, as soon as you blend it in, it just disappears and goes away. And you're like, where's the product I just put on? I think that it's innovative. I love the fact that they did not come out with an eyeshadow palette. I am so sick of eyeshadow palettes. I love the fact that it comes in a tube and that it's a liquid eyeshadow. I just wish that it was more pigmented and more potent and actually showed up. Yeah, they just disappear on the skin, especially this one here. What shade is this? Pebble. This is like, ended up being like the exact same color as my eyes, and it just did nothing. Today I am wearing this one in Pool, the blue one, just because I feel like I own it, and I never wear this because I don't know who really wears blue eyeshadow in public that often. But yeah, this is on my not worth it list. Future Do, I think, is a really cool idea, but it just doesn't really do much, and I felt like it broke me out. Yeah, it's like, it's this oil serum hybrid, but I feel like it's oily, and I just felt like it was clogging my skin. I don't know. And when I actually put, you know, a little bit onto my hand and I rub it in, like, you can't even tell the difference between my two hands. So I don't really think that it does that much, to be honest. I love the idea of it though. I love the concept. I actually went into beauty counter once, and the makeup artist told me that it's a really good idea to put a tiny bit of highlighter into your foundation, or actually put highlighter dots all over your face, and then when you apply your foundation or whatever, I do like concealer with a brush, that it'll give you a nice beautiful sort of all over glow. And yeah, so I think like it kind of gives me that sort of an idea, but it just doesn't work that way. And I love the fact that they kind of created their own sort of product on their own sort of idea that didn't really exist yet. Yeah, like I said, I think that it clogs my skin and doesn't really do much. Powder is basically a translucent powder disguised as a colored powder. The one that I have is light medium. Yeah, it's supposed to be very mattifying. So Glossier made this because they realized that not everybody loves the glowy look. Some people like having a matte, non-shiny look. So they made this. I like this for setting makeup. I think that it's good for once you put on your concealer or anything sticky, if you want to just kind of set everything in. I just don't think that it's necessary, and I think that there are so many other powders out there that, I don't know. I don't think it's 100% worth it. Like I said, it is good for other reasons, but all in all, not the first product that I would suggest you buy, you know? And then lastly are the Glossier Play products. So I have the Color Slide in Early Girl, and then I have the Glitter Jelly. These have been discontinued. This is just the pencil sharpener that came in the playbook or the play box that they made. Yeah, so they discontinued this line. It just did not have the response that they thought it would. I did an entire video reacting to Glossier Play, so go ahead and watch that. But I've since kind of changed my mind on the products just because I never wear them. The Color Slides were like every color of the rainbow in an eyeliner, which I do think is cool. It's just like, in my adult life, when am I ever going to use every color of the rainbow in my eye? Just not very often, although I do think that the colors are really nice. Maybe if I was doing something fun in the summer, like a festival or something, then I would absolutely love it. Or maybe if I felt cute going out one night, maybe I would do it. But yeah, I just never use them, so that's why I think that they're not worth it, because you're barely ever going to use them. And then the Glitter Jelly I did think was really fun, but I think that I only wear this on like Halloween. The one that I got is like Phantasm. So it's like a holographic sort of color, but yeah, not really worth it. And then I realized that there are two products that I didn't show, the Brow Flick and also the Makeup Remover. Makeup Remover I don't have with me to show you. It's at my boyfriend's apartment, but I think that it's not any better than the Bioderma, and Bioderma sort of made the product first, and I think that it's great to just like use the product that sort of was the original rather than more of the copy. I don't know. I feel so bad saying like the reasons that products are bad, but I also think that it's important to give you a real review, because that's what you come to real people for, is getting like, all right, what's like the scoop? What's like, give me your real opinion here. So that's what I'm trying to give you. But I do feel bad talking about a brand in a negative way, but yeah, so I don't think that the Makeup Remover is worth it when you could just get Bioderma. And then the Brow Flick, like I said, I do not touch my brows at all, so that is the one product that I do not own. I never bought, I probably never will buy, but yeah. So I can't really tell you if that one's worth it or not, but just wanted to point that out. So that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video and got some more of a sense on what's worth it and what's not from Glossier. Let me know in the comments what you think is worth it and what's not for Glossier products. I would love to know. Also, check out my Instagram and my TikTok because yeah, I post more regularly on those. Versus on YouTube, I post once a week, usually on Mondays. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more similar videos to this. I also make a lot of fashion related videos and vlogs of just living and working in New York City, so follow for those types of things. Also, if you want to shop my daily looks, check out my Like to Know It and give me a follow over there. I do so much shopping. I am a shopaholic. I have been getting so many summer clothes, so, and I'll always post them on there. So yep, check out Like to Know It. And yeah, I have my blog. Everything is linked down below. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a great week, great weekend, great summer, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.